Greetings, and welcome to Lie Swatter, the massive true or false trivia game. We can accommodate a huge number of players in a game. And yes, I am bragging about that. All right then, before we get started, don't forget, new players can go to this website and enter this room code to join the game at any time. Let's play! You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. Fidel Castro was drafted but never played for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Use your device to pick whether you think the fact is true or a lie. In the first draft of Avatar, the Na'vi people looked like giant hamsters. Stephen King based his evil clown Pennywise on Willard Scott. Prince can play every instrument but the slide whistle. Pinball was illegal in major U.S. cities from the 1940s to the 1970s. Dough is in the Oxford English Dictionary. Sweden tried to invent a bad dream bomb that would destroy only the enemy's clothing. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round 1. Here are your next 7 fact categories. A lobster's bladder is in its head. Mao Zedong produced a movie about the life of Charlie Chaplin. Whoopi went by the name Whoopi Cushion before changing it to Goldberg. Charles Darwin quit med school because he couldn't stand the sight of blood. Bigfoot was on Nixon's enemies list. A lion yawns to trick prey into thinking it's too sleepy to eat. Escalators were invented to easily transport crates of fruit. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Find the truth and the lies among these facts about Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Shifty was a potential dwarf name for the movie. Professor was a potential dwarf name for the movie. Awful was a potential dwarf name for the movie. Farty was a potential dwarf name for the movie. Punchy was a potential dwarf name for the movie. Grabby was a potential dwarf name for the movie. Dirty was a potential dwarf name for the movie. Let's see the final scores.
Hey there, I'm Cookie, and I'm hosting this game as court-ordered community service. 3 players, like a triangle of total BS. Let's do this. This is round 1. You'll get 500 points for everyone you fool, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Alright, pick a category. Okay, here's your first question. Psycho was the first American movie to show a blank. Now, use your device to enter a bluff that you think will fool the other players into thinking it's true. If you can't think of anything in time, use the Lie For Me button for half the points. Do it now! Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device. All right, who picked what? And that means this lie didn't get picked. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. Pam Anderson wrote a book of recipes with the title, How to Cook Without a Blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Okay, what did everyone pick? Step 1, throw this book out. And the rest of the board goes unselected. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. It's time for a road trip. While in Florence, New Jersey, be sure to check out the auto repair shop, which, according to its owner, has an operational toilet once owned by blank. Type in your lies now. All right, where's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. Well, don't you feel foolish? And look at what we have left. One single, lonely, pitiful lie. Now it's round 2, where all point values are doubled. Let's do it. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. The real name of the internet's famous grumpy cat is blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. Thank you, WikiLeaks. And we're done. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. In 1988, George H.W. Bush celebrated Halloween by dressing up as blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry! Hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here are your choices. All right, let's see what everybody picked. And nobody fell for some of these ingenious lies. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. Johnny Depp was made an honorary member of the Comanche Nation and given a descriptive Comanche name. His Comanche name, Mawume, means blank. Enter your lies now. All right, where's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. Which is short for man who shifts into white face makeup time after time. And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked. This is the final fibbage. One question left for all the marbles, and everything is worth triple. Good luck. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. Former First Lady Barbara Bush wrote an official apology letter to this fictional character in 1990. Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. The letter said, "I'm sorry I had a cow." And nobody fell for this one.
Hey!
Hello everyone, this is Drawful. Only 4 players. No problem, you'll each get to draw twice. Let's do this. Okay, I'm sending a title to each of your devices. Something odd, like Sleepy Lion or Fargo. Draw a picture on your device that would have that title, and when you're done, hit send. And you'll get points for each player that can correctly guess your title. So, get to drawing. Oh no, we lost all your drawings. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got them all. Now, use your device to type in what you think the title for this picture could have been. Or better yet, something you think could trick the other players into thinking it's the title. You'll get points for every player that picks your answer. Alright, here are your choices. Now pick the title you think really inspired this drawing. here's everybody's picks. I'm just glad that we all got to share this moment. And now, this thing. Type in a convincing title now.
Hey!
45. 40.
And here are your choices.
25.
Hey!
All right, who picked what? I should probably be saving these drawings or something. Now let's take a look at this one.
Hey!
40. 35. 30. 25. 20.
Here are your choices.
25.
Hey!
20.
What did everybody pick? Well, let's not waste any more time on this one. And this one.
55.
Hey!
50. 25. 40. 35.
Okay, here are your choices.
25.
Hey!
And here are your picks. Whee! Okay, get ready to draw again. The new titles should be on your devices now. Okay, let's get to the good part. Okay, let's do this again.
55. 50.
Hey!
45. 40.
And here are your choices.
Hey!
25. 20. 15.
All right, who picked what?
Cha-ching. Ta-da! Cha-ching.
Does anyone pay attention to the things I say here before going to the score tallies? I don't think they do. I really don't.
Cha-ching.
Type in your titles now.
55. 50. 45. 40.
Hey!
35. 32.
Here are your choices.
25. 20.
Hey!
Here's everybody's picks.
Cha-ching. Ta-da! Cha-ching.
Okay, well, that was that.
Cha-ching.
And now this.
55. 50.
Hey!
45. 40.
Okay, here are your choices.
Hey!
45. 20.
What did everybody pick?
Ta-da! Cha-ching.
Huh, I didn't expect everybody to get that one right.
Cha-ching.
Next up.
55. 50. 45. 40. 35.
And here are your choices.
25. 20. 15.
All right, who picked what?
Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Ta-da! Cha-ching.
I don't know what to say about that one, so I won't say anything.
Hey! Hey!
Hey, welcome to Drawful. Okay, since there appears to be 4 of you, we'll go twice around, everybody getting to do 2 drawings. All right, enough jibber jabber, let's play. Okay, I'm sending a title to each of your devices. Something weird, like square dancing or salami stains. Draw a picture on your device that would have that title, and when you're done, hit send, and you'll get points for each player that can correctly guess your title. So, good luck. I have all your pictures now. These are interesting. Let's take a look. Now, use your device to type in what you think the title for this picture could have been. Or better yet, something you think could trick the other players into thinking it's the title. You'll get points for every player that picks your answer.
Hey!
50. 45. 40. 35.
All right, here are your choices. Now pick the title you think really inspired this drawing.
Hey!
25.
And here are your picks.
Ta-da! Cha-ching.
Shout out to Phil Hartman, you were the best.
Cha-ching.
Let's do this one. Put in your titles now. Here are your choices. Here's everybody's picks. You're a weird bunch of players. Okay, our next drawing.
Hey!
Okay, here are your choices.
Hey!
All right, who picked what?
Hey!
Everybody messed up. Walk it off. Walk it off. Enter your titles now.
Hey!
Here are your choices.
Hey!
And here are your picks.
Hey!
And one lone player got it wrong. Everybody gets to draw again. The title should be on your devices now. got all your drawings, it's time for some fun. Enter anything that could almost make sense now.
55 50 45
Hey!
40 35
And here are your choices.
25
Hey!
What did everybody pick?
Cha-ching.
Hey!
Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
Well, I thought it was obvious. I guess I was the only one.
Cha-ching.
Put in your titles now.
55 50 45 40 35 30 25 20 15
Hurry up, people, type something in.
Hey!
5
Here are your choices.
25 20
Hey!
15
Here's everybody's picks.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. You all got it right. Don't get big heads about it.
Cha-ching.
Enter your titles now.
55 50 45 40 35
Okay, here are your choices.
20
All right, who picked what?
Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
Everybody gets points, except for one of you.
Cha-ching.
Let's take a look at our next piece of art.
55 50
are your choices?
Hey!
And here are your picks.
Cha-ching.
Hey!
Cha-ching. Ta-da! Cha-ching.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hey!
Start of game activation is live. Okay, we're set.
Okay, Cookie, we think we have the scorpion problem under control.
Finally, I can put my shoes back on. Oh my god!
Well, that's the thing. There was gluten in all of the donuts I brought in this morning. So if she's so allergic to it, why isn't she dead now?
Marcus to set. Marcus, you are 17 minutes late for your call. Marcus to set.
Does anyone hear like a throbbing? That's the best way I can describe it. Just like a throbbing sound. Like a deep throbbing.
Hey kids, are your parents out of the room? Yeah! Good, because I want to talk to you about candyforgold.com. At candyforgold.com, we take all your parents' boring old gold and jewelry and send you back bags of delicious candy. But listen, we can't send you the candy unless you send us the gold. So here's what I need you to do. Wait till your mommy and daddy leave the house, sneak into their bedroom, and look through all their drawers. If you see anything made of shiny gold, just grab it. It doesn't even have to be made of gold, just as long as it's shiny. The next part's easy. Just put it all into a properly sealed and stamped box or envelope and mail it to...
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. Welcome, you three. I bet this is the highlight of your day. Everybody's got their screws. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. All right, here goes nothing.
Get ready, time for question 1.
First, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Players 1, 2, and 3. Here's what you meant to pick. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
And on its way, his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages? The McCona... Player 3, who gets your screw? Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Sweet dreams. Player 3, way to work that screw. Why not grab a few more bucks while you're at it? Player 1. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. Player 3. All wrong. No, I'll get this. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Try this on for size. Brought to you by the letter U-nibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Player 2, who gets the screw? You're screwed, Player 3. 5 seconds to pick an answer. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Player 2, your screw didn't work out quite right. Here's one I like to call Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Player 1, watch the time. Player 3. Player 2. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. Coming up next, the man in the backwards yellow hat. And it's a dis or dat. Player 2, don't say I never gave you anything. Play this dis or dat and try to improve your score. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, Press the circle button. Now, the rest of you need to hear this. Make your selections before player 2, because if player 2 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the winnings. We good? Here we go. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. Egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. Ew, baby, 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 ew. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That's the end of a thrilling first round, and player 3 is at the front of the class. This could get interesting. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And hint, hint, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Okay, we're bringing it on. Let's try Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest. Player 1, who do you want to screw? If you're gonna threaten to screw someone, you gotta act on it. Let's try to forget that ever happened. Where's that confounded right answer? Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Players 2 and 3? No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won! The greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it.
Question 7. Get out there, shake your monkey bang.
Take a stab at Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Player 2? You may not know how temperatures work. Players 1 and 3? 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah blah blah, he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
How about Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Player 3? Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player 2. Oh, the humanity! Player 1. That answer has a hole in it. It's time for Wine or Lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Player 1, pick it up. Player 1. Excuse me. Player 3. This is right. Oops, this is white, which is wrong. Player 2. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Here we have, I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Players 1 and 3. Player 2. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 if you're right, 2,000 gone if you're wrong, and most importantly, remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. 3's got it! Player 3, you dominated the other two players. Honestly, it's like you shoved them down a trapdoor in your closet and locked them in your root cellar for a few weeks. Make sure to throw them a few slices of moldy bread every few days while yelling, "You don't know Jack!"
We are on!
Attention, there are leftover french fries in the Jack Attack room, leftover french fries in the Jack Attack room. However, it's just the small burnt ones. Thank you.
If we could refocus that light so that it's not in my face, that would be great. Refocus light number 17. Thank you.
And cue the nose blow sound effect.
Okay, is anybody listening to me right now? Because my mom's here and she needs to...
I am Cookie Masterson, and I shaved my nipples for this, so let's hurry before it grows back. Like, we need to get moving now. You know, if the four of you get real close, it's like Mount Rushmore. There are your screws to get you started. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by...
Flavored eye drops. Why let your mouth have all the fun? Flavored eye drops.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. Okay, let's light this sucker.
Get ready, time for question 1.
First up, Eat, Pray, Die. Which of these Julia Roberts characters would Jack the Ripper have been most likely to savagely murder? Erin Brockovich, Vivian Ward, Tess Ocean, or Liz Gilbert? Player 3, hello! Player 4? Player 2? Vivian Ward is the name of the prostitute Julia Roberts plays in Pretty Woman, and almost all of serial killer Jack the Ripper's alleged victims were female prostitutes, so he'd probably have just loved to murder her. I can see it now. He'd open the box with his knife in it, she'd reach in and he'd playfully shut it, snapping her fingers. She'd laugh, he'd laugh, then he'd kill her.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Up next, If I Only Had a Brain Trust. Suppose the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz faced off against the Wicked Witch of the West in a public debate. If he wanted to use a straw man argument against her, what might he do? Attack Player 2! Who's gonna get that screw? Player 4, you are so screwed! You got 5 seconds! Uh-oh, that's not good. Player 2, you handled that screw very well. Want a little more money? Player 1, sorry, no takebacks. Player 3, hey, remember when the Scarecrow says the sum of the square roots of any two sides of an isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side? Yeah, he was actually wrong. So you guys have that in common. Remember when the Scarecrow says the sum of the square roots of any two sides of an isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side? Yeah, he was actually wrong. So you guys have that in common. Player 2, a straw man argument purposefully misrepresents an opponent's position in order to strike it down. Here's how I would debate the Wicked Witch. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the two candidates you see here tonight is a Wicked Witch. Thank you, I yield the rest of my time.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here's one for you. Getting naughty. And this dis or dat leg's being tied up. Player 4, your score is hurting. Play this dis or dat and try and help it out. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, you tell me if it's the name of a necktie knot or the name of a sex position recommended by Women's Health magazine. If it's a necktie knot, press the square button. If it's a sex position, press the circle button. Now, I need the rest of you to pay attention. Choose an answer before player 4, and if player 4 gets it wrong, I'll split the cash among everyone who got it right. Alrighty then, here it comes. The Half Windsor. The Valedictorian. The Prince Albert. The Trinity. You're way out of position. My usual sex position is also the way I usually tie a tie, alone in front of a mirror. Say hello to Shop Till Everyone Drops. Say at Christmas time, every single item at your local mall sells out. According to a popular grim fairy tale, which of these stores has the best chance to be magically stocked overnight by hardworking elves? Foot Locker, Radio Shack, Victoria's Secret, or Lens Crafters? Player 4, time's almost up. Player 1, good effort. Good effort. Player 3, can't do anything right, can you? Players 2 and 4, in the grim fairy tale The Elves and the Cobbler, a poor shoemaker is given some much-needed help by elves who appear in the middle of the night. And while the shoemaker made a nice profit, the elves were trampled to death on Black Friday. Take a good look at Okia Dokia. If you're driving between company headquarters, which trip should be the shortest? IKEA to Kia, Kia to Nokia, Nokia. You got it, player 4. Pick someone to screw. You can't just leave your screw hanging out in the breeze like that. Can we leave this tragedy behind us, please? Players 1 and 2, what were you thinking there? Player 3, Nokia is based in Finland and IKEA is based right next door in Sweden. Kia is based in South Korea. Whether it's phones, furniture, or cars, if it's got Kia in the name, you know it's gonna be cheap. I mean inexpensive. Inexpensive! That's all we got for round 1. And it looks like player 2 has the lead, and with a nice little wad of cash to boot. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And don't be afraid to use those screws. I didn't hand them out for my health. Next up, muscle milk was a bad choice. Say the news team from the Anchorman films decides to run a relay race against a rival news team. If Ron Burgundy is his team's anchor, when will he run? Before Brick, Bryan, and Champ? After player 3, where's that screw? Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds. In a relay race, the anchor, usually the fastest runner, goes last. And they would probably promote the race so incessantly that by the time it actually took place, you wouldn't be that interested in seeing it anymore. Can't get rid of that screw so easily, player 3.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey.
Next. Guess who's Dak? Dak again. You know, I'm not an optimist, but I have to say, I feel like things have been going pretty well with the game so far.
Son, Daddy forgot about me.
Oh no, my old ventriloquist puppet, Billy O'Brien.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy, the whole creative team here decided to not include you in this game because you're too much of a troublemaker.
Troublemaker? Me? No, I just got back from traveling the world, studying all the profound teachings of titular world spiritual leaders. For instance, which titular religious group was founded by someone with the last name of Smith?
Player 1, who's gonna get it? The screw is in you, player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice. The Mormon religion was founded in the 1800s by Joseph Smith.
In America.
So, which was your favorite religion you studied?
Well, I particularly like the ones that treats the doubt reincarnation. Someday, I hope to come back as a beautiful coffee table.
Wow, that didn't go as planned, player 1.
Follow me down to the sea.
Coming up, Orcas 11. Say I wanted to go around freeing the killer whales from every SeaWorld location in the world. How many separate rescue missions would I need to go on? 3 rescue missions, 4 rescue missions, 5 rescue missions, or 6 rescue missions? Players 3 and 4. Could be worse, you know, in theory. Players 1 and 2. Did you pick this on purpose? Want to see the right answer? There are 3 SeaWorlds. 1 in San Diego, 1 in San Antonio, and 1 in Orlando. So you would need to go on 3 separate rescue missions. Well, that sounds like a lot of traveling. Maybe I'll just pay that kid from Free Willy to do it. Something tells me he could use the cash. Open wide for Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
The name of Jeff Dunham's purple-skinned puppet. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. His name is Peanut. I have to admit, people who talk through ventriloquist puppets kind of creep me out.
That you talk through me?
Quiet, Billy. Stop trying to get me to kill people.
Oh, now you're creeping me out, man.
Here's a good one. The midnight run to the bathroom. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, how would Paul Revere secretly signal to you that he has to pee in the sea? I have to do a number 1 in a 1. I have to do a number 1 in a 2. I have to do a number 1 in a 3. Or, I have to do a number 2 in a 1. Time's running out. Players 1 and 3. Ow. Players 2 and 4. Ready for this? According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Paul Revere's Ride, Paul's signal for the British was 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And as we all know, a number 1 is a P. And Americans would have known about the British sooner if he hadn't stopped for a number 4. You don't even want to know what that is. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. $2,000 if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose $2,000. And don't forget,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. This plus this equals that. What new thing do these combine to make? Good luck. 2 is our winner! Player 2, take a bow. Now sit the hell down. It wasn't that great of a win. You're embarrassing yourself. Besides,
You don't